it's Misty here. Thank you so much for joining me. In today's video, I have my April update for Oh My Pan. This is a challenge that was created by Jessica, and basically our goal is to hit 200 pans in the in the year of 2023. Pan, jar, blah blah blah, whatever. Jessica is doing hers real time, so whenever she posts a video, that's how many pans she's hit up until that date. I'm doing it every month. Mostly because if I continue with my makeup rehab, which I haven't decided, whatever eyeshadow pans and other pans I hit in each month is going to help me go toward my bank or whatever. So hopefully that makes sense. I will try to remember to link my intro, or you can find it on the Insight, my whole playlist. So spoiler alert, I've been hitting a lot of pans, like a lot of pans. And as of March, I'd hit, 81. And I've hit 31 more pans this month, you guys. So I'm going to scoot over so I can throw up some pictures and I'll talk you through each one. We'll start on April 1st with this shade from Chaos. I believe this is Pixie Dust. This was in Throwback 30s. So I started this eyeshadow back in July. Next, I hit pan on the top shade of my e.l.f. bronzer palette. Then I finally hit the shade Psych in my Profusion Neon palette. Next, I hit the shade Pink Ice in the Frosty Flamingo palette from Sugar Drizzle. I hit pan in the first shade in the Strawberry Shortcake palette from Glamlight. Those are not named. I do not understand why. Then I hit Good as Gold in my Litless palette. I believe I was in Pan Those Eyeshadows. I hit the shade Peachy from the Violet Voss Coral palette, which was also in Pan Those Eyeshadows. I hit the shade, I want to say this is Onion. This is Onion from Glamlight. You can see that that was an inner corner shade. I hit pan in the shade Luna from my Moonspell Volume 2. I think that was in Paranormal Pantivity. Next, I finally hit pan in the shade Jelly from the Glamlight. This was depotted from the Donut palette. I worked on this last year in Pan Those Eyeshadows, and I think I mentioned in that update it took almost 40 uses to hit pan in that. Lord. I hit pan in Firestorm in my Fantasy Cosmetica Sorcerer palette. Those are super easy to hit pan in. I finally hit pan in a shade in my Violet Voss Sweet Violets palette. That also started last year in Throwback 30. I think that was the other thing. Jessica's only doing things that she started this year. I'm just going with whatever pans I've hit. It's up to you, however you want to do it. Some people are doing 50, some people are doing 100. You can do 200. It's completely up to you. Okay, next I hit pan in a Tarte bronzer. That's from my Park Avenue Princess palette, and that was also from Paranormal Pantivity, so that started back in September. Hit pan in Polymorph in my Fantasy Cosmetica palette. Hit another pan in my e.l.f. Contour palette. I think it's Contour palette. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, another one, top left on the e.l.f. Contour palette. I hit pan in the shade Agatha. That's also my Moonspell Volume 2 palette. I hit the shade pan in the shade French Vanilla from my Ice Cream palette. I hit this shade, hit shade in the pan, I hit pan in the shade Oasis from my Cosmic Brushes Serenity palette. Lord. I hit pan, this is a ColourPop shimmer. I don't remember what it's called, but I hit pan in it. That pan is because I was using it in the inner corner. I hit the bottom of the packaging for my KVD Good Apple foundation. I'm actually wearing this today. This is so good. I love it so much. But there's not a whole lot. I've only used it 15 times. So we'll see. But I really like it. 10 out of 10 would recommend. That's not what you're here for. I finally hit pan in Empowered in my Huda Booty Rose Quartz palette. That whole entire palette is in That's Expensive to hit pan in every shade. So we'll see. I hit pan in Joy in the same palette. Then I hit pan in, I think this is Cheers? Where's this Tiger Lily? This may be Tiger Lily from my Violet Voss Coral palette. I hit pan in Lettuce from Glamlight. I finally hit the 4th pan in that e.l.f. contour palette. No, that was Cheers. This is Tiger Lily. So the other peachy shade was Cheers. That was from my Mimosa palette. This is Tiger Lily from the Coral palette. Anytime you saw me do a Sunset Eye, those were top and center. Loved those shadows so very much. This is Soul, I think, from Cleona. This was Passion. This is a cream blush from Shop Miss A. I hit pan, it's hard to see this, but I hit pan in Dark Water from Luxie. And then last but not least, I hit pan in another shimmer in my Strawberry Shortcake palette. So that is a total of 31 pans. So I said that I was going to share with you everything that I was panning. And I think I was a lying liar who lied. Give me just a second to pull everything out. I'm only going to show you things that I am trying to hit pan in, and we will go from there. So give me just 1 second. Face products. I am trying to hit pan in all 4 shades of my e.l.f. blush palette. Tentatively trying to hit shade in 3 of these blushes. Trying to hit pan in 1 shade from my Too Faced palette. I think I've decided on this shade right here. I'm trying to hit pan in this gold highlighter right here. I want to hit jar, the bottom of the jar, in this Moira bronzer. Trying to hit the bottom of the jar in this XX Revolution bronzer. I mentioned this one's starting to dry up a little bit. Hopefully I can get that done soon. I am trying to hit pan in this blush and this blush, this bronzer. I'm trying to hit pan in this blush, this blush, this bronzer, this blush, and then maybe these down the road. Is that all of the face products? For pan, I believe that's all of the face products. Okay, so I have 3 shadows in here. High Class, yeah. I think there's 4 in here. I know these 3. So I will try to remember to put numbers up on the screen, or I'll come back and say how many I'm officially doing. Trying to hit pan in this one gold. I know that I'm trying to hit pan in Tasty Mango, but I also think I'm trying to hit pan in this one. Can't remember. I'm trying to hit pan in 2 more shades on this Fantasy Cosmetica palette. I am trying to hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 pans in my Strawberry Shortcake palette. This was an old new Gifted Blue. That project's kind of gone by the wayside. I may need to restart that, but working on those. I'm working on 1 shade in this BH Cosmetics Candy palette. I may end up panning the rest of these. We'll see. Working on 1 shade in my Dragon Teeny palette, and it's this one right here. I've got 2 shades in my Mimosa palette. I'm working on Champagne and then Fuzzy. Lost in Los Angeles. I'm working on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 of 16. In my Ice Cream palette, I'm working on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 in here. Rose Quartz, I am working on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. 12 in here. I really need to add these up. 1 in here. In my Serenity palette, this is a spoiler alert. I've hit 2 pans. This is level 3. I have 1 more pan to hit. Whew, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 in this palette. Some of those are Build Your Own palette. A couple of them are from others. And then in this palette, I have 25 that I'm trying to hit. And then last but not least, I have 1 shade that I'm trying to finish And it's this one right here in Throwback 30. So I have until the end of July to finish that shade. So I will pop the number up on the screen because I'm going to have to go through and count those. I will also, you know, pop in and tell you how many eyeshadow pans I've hit versus how many like face product pans I've hit. All right, so I went ahead and did the math. I have just enough battery left to talk about it, so here we go. So up until April 30th, I have hit 86 pans of eyeshadow and 26 pans of everything else. So the only thing included in that is not a face product is my MAC Painterly Paint Pot. And I'm not counting, no, that's a base product. I'm not counting skincare in this. This is just kind of makeup, etc. So that leaves me 26 that are the rest, excuse me. And 100 is not a big enough goal. 100 is not a big enough goal. So what, 150? Do we do 200? I mean, I've said it. So as of today, I've hit pan in 86 eyeshadows. I am currently panning to hit pan 111. And I'm 16 for face palettes, which I didn't realize was quite that many. So technically, I could potentially hit pan in 200 eyeshadows in 2023. If I do this, I will never do this again. Ever. Jessica, you hear me? Never, ever, never, ever, 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 ever again. Well, until at least 2025, we'll see. So yeah, so that is, whoa. That's a lot. That is a lot. That's really a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. Okay. So once again, please do not base your success or painting journey off of mine. This is mind-boggling to me. Seeing it in black and white or purple and white, because I used a purple pen, is like, whoa. Whoa. So we have technically 7 months of the year left. This will probably end. I'll probably do the finale of this on either December 31st or maybe the first week in January next year. So we'll just have to wait and see. We will just have to wait and see. So you guys have to let me know in the comments what you want to see. 150? You want me to shoot for 200? Do you think I've already lost my mind? This has been a really interesting challenge. And like I said, whatever I've hit pan in is what I've hit pan with. I think Jessica just started with whatever she started working on in January. But I'm going to count whatever I had used last year because I've been working on those for almost a year now. Like Throwback 30, we're what? A month away from the finale. So I feel like all of those deserve credit. Anything that started last year and haven't hit pan before January deserve the credit of this year. So that is probably why I have so many more than other people. But yeah, I'm also wearing makeup almost every single day if I can. Layering, this eye look got a little out of hand. There's like, I have 4 different shimmers on this eye look because I could not get it the way that I wanted it to look. I had the idea for a little bit of a mermaid look. I feel like I've accomplished it. Dyed the hair is straight. So yeah, anywho, that's it. That's a lot. That's a lot. If you've made it this far in the video, leave me the 100 emoji because I did it. We're halfway there. I've mentioned before that I'm painting like a banshee because I may have back surgery at the end of the year. I see that doctor in August and we'll see what happens, but I may or may not be able to finish out the painting year, finish it out. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, plus I'm also just in the groove. I missed so much of March that I've made up for in April. And I think I wore makeup every day in April except for one. And that's the day I went to the doctor and I had a sinus infection. Got diagnosed with a sinus infection, I should say. And this is what, May the 2nd. Did I wear makeup yesterday? I did wear makeup yesterday and then decided to wash my brushes instead of filming like I should have. So yeah, anyway, that's it. Thank you so much for joining me today, friends. I really do appreciate you. Like I said, if you made it this far, leave me a 100 emoji in the comments. That's sort of unreal. But as I've mentioned before, please do not base your panning journey off of mine. We all pan differently. I layer everything. Sometimes I'll use 5-6 mattes for an eye look. Maybe I'll use 3 or 4 shimmers for an eye look. And because I say a use, that's a look. I don't count how many times I dip into some of these shades. So yeah. And I'm kind of heavy-handed, and a lot of people are not. I mean, look, I love to overblush. I've got a little bit of bronzer going on up here that probably needs to tone down a little bit, but it is what it is. So yeah. Anywho, yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate you. The next video you should see from me will probably be my same pan last year, unless that goes up before this one. But yeah, I appreciate you guys so very much. I'm having a ball. My birthday was wonderful. It was a great birthday month. Thank you all for your birthday wishes. I really do appreciate it. I have some really big goals for the month of May, and maybe I'll sit down and talk about those. I still haven't decided if I'm going to reboot Makeup Rehab that I mentioned earlier. I honestly haven't decided. We'll see. I kind of went hog wild in April. Sold some stuff to buy some stuff. It's like, I just wanted all the makeup. And I am still waiting for one palette, and the owner said that it shipped out. I got a shipping notification on the 25th. It is now the 2nd ship priority and has not moved. So hopefully I'll get that by Friday, and hopefully it comes not broken. Fingers crossed. So I guess we'll just wait and see. But I decided not to do a haul video because it's a lot, you guys. It's really a lot. I went. I bought a lot. I bought a lot. So that's why I'm trying to hit a lot of pans. Alright friends, that's enough jibber jabber. Don't forget to follow me over on Instagram. I'm at Misty Beans. I hope you have a good day, night, week, and wherever you are. I love your faces. I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.